Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kill Me Deader, starring my best friend Bleach. My name is TJ, also known as the Social Nazi. We have a story today called The Zombie Apocalypse. It doesn't look well put together. It just has a bunch of kids, or maybe, I don't know, they're all female, so maybe friends, holding hands, and you can see underneath it says the Walking Dead's logo. That's great. We already know where they did. Of course, there's the description. I guess it won't give me the description. Okay. The zombie apocalypse is a new beginning. So there's not just one zombie apocalypse. There's about more than that. Probably more than the 58 genders that seemingly exist now. So, Chapter 1. Prologue. Sorry, but is a prologue spelled Prologe? I'm kind of serious here. Hold on. No, prologue is not spelled like that. There is a G and a U. No, there is a U after the G. It's just prologue. It was a Wednesday afternoon in the year 1963. For no specific purpose, just 63 is good in the 1900s. It was just an average day in the town of Concover. But this is the day when everything changed. It flipped the whole world upside down. The person separated upside down. Upside. It's upside is supposed to be the same word, I think. The zombie apocalypses had begun. Now back to the morning of Wednesday. At a top-secret science facility was studying the reform and rebirth of humans, both dead and alive. But unexpectedly, in Lad 098, there was an explosion. Sorry guys, but Lad 098 is dead. The whole building was gone. The whole building was gone. Goodbye, top secret science facility. Here comes the news, guys. But what the scientists in Lab 098 were working on was an well, we will call it an infection. That's not a proper use of the word "an," but okay. Which is as light as air, and spreads to every human being on the planet. Within, they separated within. It's within. There we go. A few hours of the explosion, there were firefighters, police officer, just one, and doctors at the scene. They had found some men, which of course were dead, or were they? They didn't put a question mark there. Or were they? I mean, that would have put in some more emotion if they put in the question mark or something like that. They were examining them when one woke up and bit a doctor's arm. He screamed and howled in pain. And as everyone ran over to see, the doctor's flesh, doctors with no apostrophe S, just S, flesh up, his lower arm was gone. The doctors quickly restrained the dead scientist and rushed up him to the next nearest top secret lab. And the doctor who was bit, there we go. And only a few hours later, the information had come back that the dead, were awakening. If they were bit or scratched, they must be killed. But what they did not know was that they were all infected. This is the zombie apocalypse. They finally removed the S. A week later, the world had gone to hell. Only the dead walked the streets, towns, and cities. As the dead roamed, the living hid. What the heck's a hid? Oh, wait. As the dead roamed, the living hid. Okay, so the good guys hide. Just were hiding somewhere. Many survivors had gotten into groups of about 20. Any more and they would have been zombies. That's what the group. I mean, the police officer obviously didn't like it infected because there was only one in the group. They had gathered guns, AK-47s, just knives. Oh, crap. Just AK-47s to be... This is a world of very, very good gun management. We didn't like the AR-15s and how we could just get them at Walmart, you know. So we just stuck with AK-47s. Those seems good enough. Knives, machetes, even though they're both the same thing, knives and machetes are basically blades. And any other tools that could most easily kill the dead. Oh my god! They're everywhere. They're as in, hey, look, Bob's over there. There we go. Cat's paw. After a while, these large groups split. They split into smaller groups of 5 to 10. All the groups all went their different ways. There, as in, over there again. This person doesn't know how to use proper English. Never knowing if we will meet again. Wait. Oh yeah, this is first person view. Okay. This group is mine. What? This group is mine. We were strong-minded and tough. I guess you could say they will be digging their own graves. I could have come up with something smarter, but I'm doing this at like more fast than anything this computer has. Okay. I guess they don't have knives anymore. They have pickaxes and shovels. And we're all girls. Oh boy! And we're all girls. That's great. That's beautiful. I guess that's nice. My group has 6 girls, and all our plan was for the group to enter the streets of the city. Not any city that we know of, because that would be realistic. Which of course has been overrun I think overrun has to be the same word, by the zombies. We snuck into a nearby alley behind a shopping mall, but then we noticed a small herd had spotted us. Crap! And they started chasing us. I actually feel a ringing in my ears. Wow, that is loud. Holy crap. But then we noticed that, oh, holy crap, I could still hear that. But then we noticed a small herd had spotted us. Crap! And they started chasing us. Without the capitulation of, and I would have thought that was a good sentence. The game was on. Me and the girls had to get into the shopping mall fast. We ran around trying to find a way in, and eventually found a back door and forced the lock and ran inside. We looked around. There were a few zombies around, but they easily took care of them. As we searched through the shopping mall, they came across a large herd of zombies, also known as Moonbees. Kill me now, please. I just mail me the please. My postal number is 88888888507 $. Please help. I don't want. This is an excellent ride back. As we searched through the shopping mall, they came across yet a huge, large herd of zombies. We had to run as we did. More and more were attracted by what? We had to run, and as we did, more and more were attracted by the noise. Okay, it's just a. This is confusing me. There was too many. We couldn't just keep running. We had to stand and fight. We were in a slaughtering frenzy. That's a sentence. There were zombie corpses everywhere around us. Yet there were more and more coming. It was getting out of hand. I decided to split us up into two groups. I think weren't they just like trying to stand and fight or something like that? Weren't they like cornered or something because they had to stand and fight? Thank you for busting in.
You're welcome. He's got to change.
We'll change somewhere else.
This is his room. How long are you gonna be on that computer?
Several more minutes.
Well, I need it as soon as you're done. I gotta renew my driver's license.
Okay.
Okay. So as soon as you're done, bring it out here so I can do it. Okay. What? Thank you.
You're making a video?
No, I'm making my daily subscription to All Time magazine. This time, Pat Matt is going to attempt suicide by Gatorade chugging. There we go.
Yep, that's a good story.
Yeah, better than what you can make up.
No. I can make some great stories.
Yeah, just be quiet. I decided to split us up into two groups, 3 in each. Both of us went a different way and the zombies followed. This tactic was defiantly more effective. And we're easily killing more. But then there was a blood-curdling scream. One of the girls, Hannah, and without the commas, I gotta do it in like one breath. I gotta really like step on my game here. One of the girls, Hannah, dang, I actually can't help it. One of the girls, Hannah, had been bitten. Hannah was small for her age and had a very loud scream, and as it would any noise, it attracted more zombies. This person's lack of calmness is slowly killing me in the brain cells. She had been bitten because she was separated from the group by a small lot of zombies. The other two girls, Lara and Gail, who were with her, screamed in horror. They bolted over and slaughtered the zombies around Hannah with their axes. Over their axes. There we go. That's endless. I looked at Hannah, and her face was pale white and had dropped her knives. She was the stabbing expert, I guess.
Yep. That's funny, huh?
And the look of horror in her face told it all. Sort of like the face I'm making right now.
That is funny.
Which you cannot see. And I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life. She knew it was the end. Then Lara, what? Turned around and was almost flattened by a zombie. But luckily she drove an axe up at head. What? But luckily she drove an axe up it head before it was too late. Because if you want to kill someone with an axe, you would actually have to, holy crap, I can't find it. Oh. Up its head. You would always have to do that. I don't know why they don't put in the, like, survival guides.
Yeah, seriously. That's just weird.
But because of how loud her scream was, there were zombies everywhere, and Lara and Gail, an obvious girl name, if I say so myself, were fighting of as many as they could, but they hadn't relished that Anna was being devoured by another group of about 6 or 7 zombies. Tops. 6 or 7 zombies. Tops. But you know what I love? I think that this person was supposed to, like, realize, but this person was really hungry for hot dogs that day, and it's like that amount of, like, relish is like piece on the cake. Her screams were echoing through the whole building. There was nothing we could do to save her. We all knew that. We had to run. We had to get away from the group. We had to get away. The group of zombies was getting larger and larger. Before long, we were overrun. Again, with the spacing. Overrun is one word. We ran hard and we ran fast. Faster than any known object in the universe, but that's no longer existed because Apocalypses. our lives were on the line. We quickly ducked into a small market where they quickly gathered some supplies and ducked out again. Running for our lives, and somehow, again with the spacing, we thankfully ended up in a much needed weapons store. Great. Who wants to do Mario impressions? That would sound good on doing that.
At least now they have guns.
Yeah, but all there is like AK-47s.
That's awesome!
No, it isn't. It's lacking creativity.
True.
Oh, the chapter's named Guns.
Yeah.
What else would it be named?
Yeah, right?
Hey, our friend nearly died. Let's have a sleepover.
Yep. Good one.
Oh, it's again at, like, Kotspov. We all searched through the weapons store to see what there. That's great. We had found a few handguns ironically named AK-47, and two rifles, and 3 semi-automatic guns. We headed towards the back of the shop and looked behind the counter and found a large black bag buried, not buried, like, you know, Blue Bear's a berry. You can't make a verb. You can't make a noun a verb, I think. Under some paper. We took the bag and opened it. It had several large boxes of ammo. AMO. Remember the ammo. And several semi-automatic machine guns. I looked to see everyone smiling at what we had found. Maybe we will, with 3 L's, make it out of here alive. Again with the spacing. I know I told you to, like, stop doing it, but you're doing it in the wrong spot. We put everything in the bag, and I threw it over my shoulder. And we headed to the back room. Good thing this world is Fallout 4. Otherwise, it would have been too heavy. Lara opened the door, and we went in not knowing that sitting on the ground at the back of the room was a zombie. He was half covered in boxes and looked like his legs had been crushed. Gail took out her knife and lunged it into its head, and pulling it out, leaving a pool of flowing blood around it. We all looked through the back room for any more guns and ammo, and while searching through the boxes, Lucy found one completely full of ammo, and I put it into their bag. I don't think this person knows. I don't think this person's like Kiefer 18 or something like that. You know, this person's really young. Lucy and Velma, Jinkies, of the were moving some boxes when they noticed a door. They tried to open it, but it was locked. We looked around for a key, and I looked at the dead zombie in his pool of blood. For no reason at all. And around his neck was a chain. I pulled it off. And to mine and everyone's amazement, they was 2 keys dangling of it. I tried them on the door, and one worked. Yes. Oh wait, one worked. Yes. Exclamation mark, comma, but we weren't sure what the other one was for. Hope you guys liked it. Please let me know if you want me to continue it. I would say in the production of this fine piece of art. Please stop. It's not a good time for you to do this. One more part and I'm done. I mean, it's bad, but it's bad. The next chapter is oh crap, I gotta find it. The next room. There we go. It's again, Kotspov. We entered the mysterious room and suddenly heard a noise. It was groaning and growling, and it was getting louder as we ventured further into the room. Why am I doing that voice? Lara turns around and sees a room with a caged door. She gets out her flashlight and shines it into the caged room. She was so surprised that she dropped her torch. What is wrong with me? And it rolled into the cage. Oh, boy, that's, I'm not allowed to say that. Let's say it together, guys. Shit. As she said that, we all turned round to see what had happened. We walked over to see and stared in shock of how many there was, and saw her friend's flashlight in the middle of the zombies. There was about a dozen or two. We all took out their guns and shot all the zombies, and then one by one they all fell. Lara, who had dropped her flashlight, put her arm through the bars of the door to get her flashlight, and was taken by surprise as one of the zombies grabbed her arm and tried to bite her arm. Well, it isn't a surprise. I mean, you shouldn't stick your hand in like a zombie-infested bullcrap. There was a shot fired. It rang through the room and caged room. The zombie that was about to bite the Lara, who, getting her flashlight, dropped to the ground and blood starting flowing out of its head. Not sure if that's actually what zombies do when they get shot in the head. I thought blood doesn't flow when they're dead. Oh, and flowing, it's just flow wig. Lara quickly grabbed her flashlight, and ran back and slid down the wall behind them in shock. All girls were shocked. All girls were all shocked. Then all of them were staring at me with an exclamation mark. I had blonde hair and blue eyes. Good for you. That must be great to know. Several chapters in. I was holding my gun facing into the room and staring Trow. T-R-O-U-G-H, which spells Jews. Trow the lens. I slowly lowered my gun and was as shocked as the others. I just started walking backwards and slid down the wall next to Lara, who almost got bit. Geez, I wonder how that would have gone. She had brown hair and brown eyes. Why should I care? We both hugged. Then Lara, who had had brown hair. Thanks the me. Lara, who had brown hair. I don't think there's any other Lara character with any different color hair. I think this is the same character. Oh my god. Then Lara's best friend. There's two Laras now. That's why she said the Lara with the brown hair. Oh my god, this is actually slowly making less sense. Good. Then Lara's best friend ran over and hugged her. They had both been friends ever since they were young. They both calmed each other down, while I, the leader, just sat there and stared at the caged room. But then, all of a sudden, there were groans and moans coming around a corner. That's why you shouldn't invade the Playboy Mansion. We all turned and saw the shadows of the dead. We all got up and ran as quickly as we could, but we were cut of by another group of zombies. We were stuck between two groups of zombies and had nowhere to run. Then one of the girls... Actually, I'm going to do one more chapter. I'm getting really into this. Sorry if I wasted your guys' time. I am so sorry that this had to come to this. But the hidden compartment tells me so. The girls were all trapped by the two groups of zombies, and had no way out then while fighting. Had also piled out their AK-47s. See? All they had were AK-47s. And started shooting rapidly, and they all started fall. They were making a dent. The just kept coming. When suddenly, on of the girls sees a small door on the floor. The girl with light brown hair, not named for some reason, grabs her axes out and hacks of the latch. She pulls it open in a speed so fast all you hear is a loud bang. She tells everyone to get in. We all do as told. The period's a paragraph down. One by one, we enter of the secret passageway. The blonde covers everyone as they get in. What? They're not naming anybody anymore. They're just like telling name. They're just hair names. But isn't the main character the blonde? That would make sense. The blonde covers everyone as they get in, and once jumps in, slams the door closed, and shoves the stick, which one of the girls had handed her to hold the door closed. They could all hear the walkers moan. Walkers! Wondering where they had gone and were hungry. I don't know if I'm enjoying this or not. This is really something. The girls quickly hurried through the tunnel, and after running for about... And after running for about 5 minutes, found two doors leading to two rooms. The girl with blonde hair and brown hair remembered about the second key. Oh, this is point-and-click adventure stuff right here. We're storing everything. You gotta store your AK-47s, your knives, your axes, maybe a key ring, but they will never expect the Doom clone Chex Mix. They will never. The blonde gave eye to her, and she unlocked the first door. But before we could open tea, there was banging and moans. It only sounded like a few words, so we swung the door open and 3 zombies came out. Since the guns were loud, we just pull out our knives and took them down. Tangus Dangus. They're down. The down. There we go. I'm using this proper English that's in this book, I think. Then we entered the room, ready for what was in there, and saw 2 shelves full of canned food and frozen meat. They ran over and grabbed everything there and stuffed it, holy balls, I must have did this for a while, into their bags and headed out the door to the next one. This time they banged on the door 3 times and heard nothing, only a few, but were distanced to the slowly opened door and looked out to find that they were not in the mall, but were. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this for this episode. Just see ya.